Baby, I done took my little mug shot, honey. And I done did everything. And then, you know, I had to put on my orange jumpsuit. Hello. Welcome back, beautiful people. It's your favorite spiritual auntie, Wterfiji. What the good day. Yes, I do feel good. Just in case if you were wondering. And today we're back to you with another story time. And this story time is about how I went to jail my senior year of high school. But before we get into any of that, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. And when you share it, send it to 3 hoes. This story takes place. I graduated in 2018. In April of 2018, the only people that really matter is me, of course. That's why we're here. Din Din and Ice. Din Din is like my little sister. Ice is the boy from our neighborhood who we used to hang out with. We call him Ice because like his family's from like Dominican Republic. Let me give y'all like a little backstory, okay? So I moved to this neighborhood in 2016. Okay, when I moved to this neighborhood, I met all these cool people, you know. Din Ice, you know. So within moving to this neighborhood, we have curated this beautiful family that we have had here in the community of the people we all went to the same school. Every summer we spent together. That's what happens when you live in a neighborhood with other people that you get along with. Summer of my senior year, actually. So that 2017 year summer, Ice moves, okay? So this whole time, you know, he moved up the street, literally up the street, up the complex, up the street. You know, we're still chilling with her, you know, laughing with her, you know, playing basketball with her. And all of these things are still happening until about one day, Ice disappears. And we're like, where in the hell has Ice been? Now, Ice has been with this other person. Now, he's also going to be important. I forgot all about her. She was going to get it. This other person, we're going to call him George, short for Curious George, because he's like a little short black little monkey. Ice and Curious George start hanging out. Okay. Now we're slowly, like I said, starting to see less of Ice. And we're just confusion because before Ice and Curious George started hanging out, it was, oh, I don't even like Curious George like that because he stay in trouble. He hang around the wrong crowd. He always stealing and robbing somebody, hitting licks. Like it was just all this. But now that you moved out of our neighborhood, y'all become buddy buddy. By this point, there was something that had happened between Curious George and someone that we had knew previously. So we had already was kind of like steering clear from her. I don't know how the beef or whatever happened started, why Curious George decided to come on into Din Din's house. But one day when we was all at school, girl, Din Din people was gone, their house got broken into and robbed. And who was it? We knew that it was Curious George and Ice because Din Din's neighbors was like, yo, we seen this short black monkey and this fucking pinto bean running out y'all back patio around this time, like literally an hour before y'all had got home from school. We didn't know who it was. We know y'all friends always, you know, come around or whatever. We thought it was just one of them. We didn't know that y'all was at home. Which, girl, like during school hour, anyways, it was like on bikes or something. So mind you, we knew that Ice wouldn't have had the balls, that she wouldn't have kept anything herself. Because you see, Ice, she was very impressionable. Curious George, she was a bully. She really got short man syndrome. I do not know how all these people in that neighborhood let that short, black, ugly little boy like bully them and run all over them, girl. Cause no shade, I would have been her ass bitch and I would have ran the neighborhood. But that was my neighborhood, so it ain't got shit to do with me. Now, we knew that Curious George would have had the stuff. We don't know where Curious George lives, but you know who we do know where they live at? Ice. So we went. We marched our way. No, we didn't. I'm so sorry. I wouldn't march anywhere. We rode up there. It was like 3 cars deep. It was me, and it was like all Indian people. It was my bestie, Westie, and my best friend. We all rode on up there to Ice's house. So we ride on up there, and mind you, everybody's cool with this because remember they've been living inside our neighborhood for forever. Long He been living there way before me. So his family just let us in. Well, his sisters, his little sisters let us in. Girl, we march up in. We go straight to the room. His grandma, mind you, he had a young grandma, like like a young grandma. She was sleeping on the top bunk, and when we went up in there, she was like, she didn't know a lick of English. What's happening? I like sit up whatever because he was asleep too, and he was like, it's not here, it's not here, it's not here. And we was like, yeah, we know it's not here. We're not even here for you. Like we just disappointed in you. Cause like really, how could you bite the hand that feeds you? What happened to loyalty? What happened to trust? Like we was here, mind you, ice, and then they used to date. We need to hear. We ain't gonna touch you. We ain't gonna beat your ass. Just tell us where Curious George is, and we can spare your ass with it. We're like, yeah, we're still talking. We're talking back and forth this thing. And now Abuelita, she's sitting up, like really sitting up, and she's like trying to climb down the stairs. And so I'm getting agitated because like I'm letting them talk because like I'm just here. Why was I there? I don't even know. And that's why I'm telling this story time. Because I don't even know why I was there. Like, it was aunties and uncles and everybody outside. I could have stayed my black ass in the neighborhood. I really could have, and I should have. But I'm just there and I'm just letting them talk, letting them hash stuff out, letting them get the answers that they need. Because I don't even care for the boy. I don't care for Curious George. Me knowing that we was going to Curious George's house, I was prepared for war. I was prepared for anything. I really was. Up until the war got brought to our front door where we were standing, I started getting irritated. I was like, girl, are you going to give us the address or no? And he was like, bitch, who's talking to you? This isn't your. Before I knew it, my best friend, boom, boom, I gagged. I said, oh my God, why you my best friend was like, don't talk to my best friend like that. Like, he's from Philly, so imagine a Philly nigga talking. Like, he's talking. He's like, yeah, like these joints work. Like, don't talk to my best friend like that. I'm like, yeah, best friend, yeah. You heard what my best friend said. Be calm, because mind you, like you yelling and cussing. Who was talking to me? And you stood up, and I'm sitting in front of you. So, baby, if it wasn't gonna be me, then who? Yeah, because he'll beat one of y'all up for me. And the grandma, by this point, by the time Ice has gotten two-piece hold the biscuit, grandma is downstairs, right? And I mean not downstairs. Grandma is down the ladder from the top bunk bed. And when she comes down the ladder from the top bunk bed, what does she do? She takes Dindin's sister by her ponytail. She's like, I'm so sorry. I can look back on it now and laugh, but in the moment, I am gagging because I'm like, oh my God, like damn, like I would have blamed her. But bitch, she started swinging on Dindin's sister. And if you know Dindin, one thing Dindin don't play about is her sister. So when Dindin saw her sister getting socked in her forehead by Abuela, Dindin gets the do, and I'm like, oh my God. So at this point, the Abuela's getting jumped. She's getting beat up. She's getting tossed and turned. I was about to grab Dindin until I seen Ice ball up a fist and to me, like he was about to swing. And from that moment, all I know is I stopped whatever I was doing. And I had a flashback. And I tell you, oh, I am working him. I eventually blacked out. I'm just working him. But what made me come back to my senses, I don't know how he got from in front of me and in the bunk bed to behind me, balled up on the other bed that was behind me. It's a small space. Like it's enough room for, if everybody's in the bed, it's enough room for the person who's on the bottom bunk to stand up and go like this, and the person who's on the other bed stand up. I don't know how he got from in front of me to behind me, balled up, but I just noticed that like I punched that wooden bunk bed like 3 times, and I was, damn, bitch, I know your head ain't this hard. And I looked down, and I came back to reality. Grandma is still getting beat up, and this lady's balled up behind me. And so I'm like, bitch, come here. So I jump on top of the bed, and I'm standing over her, and I'm just in her trying to make it. I am stomping on this lady's head. Oh my God, y'all! That was the worst I have ever like seen myself. I was doing that lady greasy. My bestie Westie, she's trying to pull me. She's like, Ralph, if you don't know by this point, any story time between the duration of 2016 to like 2019, if you hear me being referenced as Ralph, that just was my name in the neighborhood. Never give bitches your real name, okay? No shade. My bestie Westie is like, Ralph, stop. He had enough. He's done. I said, bitch, move. I'm making him. And I'm like, Because mind you, and if y'all want this story time, I can. I fought her brother 3 times back to back to back, and I accidentally knocked her in her shit because she kept getting in the way. So she already knows by this point to just like let me. But she tried to like pull me off, pushed her damn near off the bed, girl. She done flew to the door, girl, and I'm doing her in. And then I hear, if you're fighting, and I'm a nigga with some sense, but if you are anywhere at a gathering, just at the trap house, y'all saw what I did when they said this phrase. The police is coming. And when I was trapped in the trap house, what I do? I jumped over the balcony. What do you think I did here? I hit it, baby. I ran. By the time I ran, Ice's mama is she out the room. It's a man just naked, just laid out there, just laid naked on her bed because she got the door cracked open. She done swung open the door. She naked. She's like, "Oh my God, Dios mío, papi!" And then she done threw a towel over her. Girl, I'm in the car. I hit it. I'm gone. We pull her back to Denden's place, whatever. But me, I go with my best friend. Now, when I go with my best friend, it's me, my best friend, and a couple of other like of the boys from my neighborhood and where the other neighborhood was at, which is my sister's neighborhood. We're just sitting there chilling, or whatever. And Denden's sister's just calling the text. I'm like, what the hell this lady want? She's like, they're looking for you. Nobody's looking for me. Who's looking for me? They're looking for you. They're looking for you. Who's looking for me? The police. I said, oh my God. They're gonna have to catch me. They're looking for me. They know my name. Damn it, bitch. Now close the cell. Close the cell. They looking for me. Apparently they knew who I was. So I went down there, whatever. And I'm sitting here, mind you, I should have listened to my spirit. When I'm walking down, I'm like, something like my best friend was like, don't go. Like, don't even do it. I'm like, this bitch stated that they know my name. Right. They seemed like that they know my name. And I'm like, okay. I know y'all, I told y'all that's what's my neighborhood name, but the dumb bitch who was texting me is the only bitch who knew my name. And that's why I give bitches, I've always given like a fake name. But me and her, we've had classes together a couple of times since like middle school. And so she knew my name. So I'm like, that this dumb bitch probably done gave her my name because she's scared as hell. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just go. Just go. My spirit telling me no, but I'm gonna just go. And this is why it's so important to listen to your spirit. Because when I went down there, the officer said, and who are you? She said, that's Ralph. Bitch, you close your mouth. You should be done talking for the rest of the night. Because I shouldn't even be down here. So I'm talking to the officer or whatever, and he's like, so what happened? Officer, I don't even know what you're talking about. Officer, it wasn't me. Well, they're saying, she said that you was there. They're saying that she was there. She was there. She punched on him. She punched on him. Oh, you shut your motherfucking mouth, bitch, before I punch on you. You mad. Officer, I did. I struck her. I did. Um, and yeah, that's how we're here. I just hit him a few times. It was like a few. I just hit him a few times. Like maybe like, 3. Are you sure it was just 3? Yeah, it was just 3. And I'm looking at you now, and I'm finding it very hard to believe that because mind you, I was, I'm a tall girl now, but like I was a little smaller in high school, like skinnier and like shorter. So he's like, I find it hard to believe that you did that to him. Because mind you, he's bigger than me. He's like 6'2", got some meat on his bones. Like he could play football for real. Like they're like, I don't know how you gave him a black eye, a knot on his forehead on the size of a golf ball, and a scratch on his neck. So that's why I have to take, because I don't believe it, but he has injuries. So I'm going to have to take you in. Like that's because first I was talking to a male officer, then I started talking to a female officer, and she was like, I really don't want to. Like, like they didn't even know, like you, like I don't even know what that girl told you, but I wish you would have stayed. Cause I can tell you're a sweetheart, you're a kind spirit, like, but I'm gonna have to take you in. Cause yeah, you messed him up pretty bad. It's okay. It's okay. My sister came down there. She like, really? Really? You gonna put yourself in jail for what? And I was like, it's okay. I'll be out tomorrow. She was like, who knows? No, 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 no. It's okay. When they was putting handcuffs on me, girl, my bestie was like, no, don't take him. I was like, please let me go. Like, it's okay. I promise you I'm gonna be free. She tried to take my phone. I was like, no, like, I'm good. Trust me, I'm good. I'm gonna call my mama, and I'm gonna get out. Mind y'all, mind y'all, mind y'all. Before I went down there, I like spirit had like I just felt in my spirit like if I go down there, I'm probably gonna go to jail. So what I did was, because like my mom had just got a new number, I wrote my mom's number down on my hand just in case. And I'm happy that I did that, because when I went, baby, I was just sitting there. I was calling my mom, whatever. Mind you, by this point, by the time like I get down to book, it's like 11 something at night, and this happened on a Sunday. So my mama, she got to work. No, I'm so sorry. Was it a Sunday? Oh yeah, no, yeah, no. It was on a Sunday. So leading into Monday, my mama, she didn't have to work, but I know she would have been asleep because she works Sunday morning. So Sunday night she sleeps, she gone. My mama can sleep through a shotgun festival. Like I kid you not, she's a heavy sleeper. So I wasn't expecting her for her to pick up the phone. Then how can you miss 100 missed calls? Because I called her, and I called her, and I was like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I'm not even worried and stressed, mind you, because I had just turned 18. It was Din Din's sister. She had just turned 18, and then Dindin's mom had took like well no she took the blame for Dindin because Dindin was like 15 at the time, and so she was like, no, it was me. And so she was real for that. She did that for her baby or whatever. She said, yeah, no, it was me, it was me, it's okay. So all three of us, we're sitting there. It's the girl side, it's the boy side. I'm blinking because I see them up there signing papers, and they're about to go, and I'm like, huh? And so her mom was like, yeah, they're letting us out. I had asked to see like if you could get let out, and they're like telling us that like you can't sign yourself out. I'm like, that how can she sign herself out? She just turned 18, but I can't. And they're like, we don't know. We're asking questions. She's like, we're gonna go, call your mom. We're gonna try to get you out of here as soon as possible. We're gonna try to see how we can help you now. So they leave at this point. By the time they're leaving, right, I didn't had to go up in here and ask these questions. I had to go see the nurse. You do drugs? No. At the time, I wasn't, so I didn't lie. You sexually active? No. There was that one time in fact, was going back, girl. But no, so I they had to shoot me with nothing, give me nothing. I ain't have to swallow nothing. So, I was good. And then I'm sitting here blinking because like there's about to be like a shift change. And when there's a shift change, everybody got to go up. So there's a man literally, they pulled him from one room, trying to throw him into another room. This man has on a straight jacket. He's talking about how you must. I'm blinking. And they're like, okay, man, you get up, stand up, stand up. We're going to put you in this holding cell. So I'm sitting there, just, the cunt that I am, just sitting there blinking. And by this point in the story now, when they put us inside this holding cell, and it's about to be shift change, it's like 5, 6 o'clock. So they're giving us breakfast or whatever. And I'm just inside this holding cell, probably for all of like 30 minutes when they gave us our breakfast. I'm sitting here, baby. I drank the little apple juice, baby, and I just was up. I am sitting in my holding cell with the actual criminals, darling. The one man, well, not all of them. Okay, now one guy, like one or two guys, was just up in there for like weed and stuff like that. But the other men, like there was this one old head up in there, kind of sort of like he gave OG type teas. He was an older white guy, like he's done it all. He's done it all. They was all talking and sharing their stories. And they looked down there at my little small, sexy brown skin self, and they was like, "Yo, hey, yo, young buck, hey, yeah, yeah, you. What you in here for? Simple battery and trespassing." Simple battery. What's your story? So I told them my story, and they're like, that don't even make sense. And then the white dude was like, "No, I can believe it because like I got a kid that's his size, da da da. He the same way. Like, don't underestimate him. Like, you good." And I was like, I'm going to fuck with you. So then they're like, okay, so we're gonna start with you. I ain't volunteered to do nothing. What we started with me for? What I gotta do? I'm thinking, baby, I'm not gonna get too comfortable because, baby, my mama finna come get me. I'm not even getting comfortable. Like, I know my mama finna come get me. What I gotta go do, baby? Don't even put me nowhere. And so she was like, well, I don't know if she is here or not, but it may take some time, but we still gotta put you in process. Like, I don't want to do it, but like I'm gonna have to. And I love that because like the officers there, they were so smart, so smart. They were so sweet to me. So I'm like, okay, so baby, I done took my little mug shot, honey, and I done did everything, and then I had to put on my orange jumpsuit. Like, girl, like orange is the new black, baby. Talking about coming here, girl, squat and cough. Oh my God, they didn't really take the squat and cough, girl. But it was just it was okay. Then I got in like the little line. So I'm like, get in like the little line, right? We're about to go in this elevator, and we're going down. Where we going down to? And then on like the little projector screen, I see the courtroom, and I see the judge talking to people. I see the judge talking to people. And I'm just sitting there, standing there. We're all like in our line or whatever. And I'm about to go up in there. And so there is like the warden, I guess we're on the call. He's like the warden or whatever. And so he just saw me, whatever. I just was sitting there, just quiet, just looking. I just kept shaking my head. I'm like, because the whole time I was thinking, like, I'm really here. Like, I'm really here. Like, I wasn't believing in it. Like, how in the hell did bitch we really get here? So the warden, he pulls me into like his office or whatever. And he was like, "What you here for?" And I told him what happened, and he was like, "I commend you for, standing with your friend in that time of need, but you can't like foolishness. Foolishness. You cannot entertain foolishness. Like I can really tell that you are a bright young man. I can see a great future for you, and I promise you, like you gonna get out of here. Like, I trust me, you gonna get up out of here. But I bet not see you here no more. Or I'm gonna go hard on you." And I was like, "Trust me, I won't be here. It's okay." So y'all, I make it to my pod. I was in D, okay, C or D. I want to say it was D. I was in my little pod, and I'm just sitting there. Mind you, the people are looking at me because like this is when I had just got this nose piercing. It's like I could, for some reason, I could not take this out. They tried to get me to take this out, baby. I couldn't take this out. I said, "You try if you want to." They just let me keep it in. So I'm just sitting there or whatever, and I'm trying to call my mom or whatever. I'm just waiting for a phone to be for people to leave from the phones, girl. Cause I'm like, baby, I'm not trying to. I don't want no friends. I don't need nothing. I don't want to share a jail story. I don't care where you're from. I just want to go home. And so right as soon as I was gonna get up and go call my mama, it's like 10 o'clock. I see a light flickering. What the hell that mean? It's like, oh, they finna lock us up. And I was like, huh? And it was like, yeah, cause that's the light flickering. That's a technical difficulty. And so we all gotta lock up. So mind you, mind you, mind you. This whole time I've been sitting here watching, right? And it already told me what's myself. I see this man face swelled up like somebody who's allergic to pollen and pollen season. This man got two black eyes. He just face just swollen. He had been trying to talk to me the entire time, but like I said, I'm not here to make friends. I don't want to. He was trying to tell me he was my cellmate, my buddy. Mm-mm. So when them people came up here and they was like, "Go on ahead, go to your cell," I said, "I don't know what's my cell." And so he was like, "It's all right, just come into this one." Right, mind you, I see B pollen face down there talking about something. No, this is your cell, baby. I jumped into that cell so fast, so nasty, baby. Close the door. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I'm just closing my eyes because I'm like, I'm claustrophobic, y'all. I really am, and I'm just like, you know, it's okay because I'm not here. And there's a white guy on in the top bunk, and he's asleep. He was like, "Who the fuck are you?" I was like, "I'm sorry." He just threw me up in here because it's like maintenance fixing light. He was like, "Okay." So I thought my buddy like left me or whatever. He was a replacement. And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Okay, you're good." And he went back to sleep. And after my conversation with him, like the door like latched closed. When I tell y'all, I'm just sitting there and I watched the door latch close. In my mind, I lost it. The walls started getting smaller, baby. I was like, wow. Like I am really here, orange suit girl, a plastic cardboard slides. I'm here. How did I get here? I'm just saying, I'm crying. I'm like, you know what? How did we get here? And I realized like it was just anger. Like I really realized like I was just angry. That's really all it was. And like to put it into perspective of like what I'm thinking about in this very moment of how I got here. This is the real reason why like I'm telling this story. Because like I realized in that moment that like that anger, wanting to overstep your boundaries, wanting to allow everyone else to feel safe. Like that's why I went to the boy house. I wanted this my little sister. Like, I gotta protect my little sister. I'm standing on business. Like knowing to pick your battles, like that's how I got here. Because essentially, like I said earlier, I didn't have to go. It was already more than enough adults handling the situation. Like, and now I didn't put myself inside this situation. So I'm just sitting here, I'm like, you know what?
God, I just want to say first off, I thank you for this experience and teaching me how to slow down.
But I think I learned my lesson. I want to go home. So at this point, like when we get out, like I said, it had been about 30 minutes. So now it's like, by the time like I get out and I get back to my spot that I was in, it's like 11:15 ish. So I'm just sitting there, whatever, and then this fat queen come over there trying to talk. I'm just sitting here, I'm looking at her. She just keep talking to me, and I'm like, "What do you want?" Like I'm sitting here, mind y'all, I'm sitting here with like my head down. I'm like, you don't see me sitting here, like I'm just closing my eyes. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like, are you family? I don't know you." No, like, are you family? I don't know you. Don't know your bloodline. I'm not even from Atlanta. So I highly doubt that we are related. No, baby. Family means like this is what we say like back in my day, like, are you family? Like, are you part of the community? I'm like, yes, but what does that have to do with anything? I'm not gonna be here, baby. And she's like, well, you're young, there's hope for you and everything, and da 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 da. Just trying to give me some like Negro spiritual pep talk, child. Then she told me how she got up in there. She stabbed her boyfriend because the boyfriend was cheating on her, and the boyfriend stole like $500 from her. So I was blinking at her like, damn, like you stabbed him? Oh, girl, where you stab him at? She said she stabbed. She said she tried to stab me in the chest, but she only got him like right here. And I was like, oh my god. And I'm just sitting here blinking at her, and I hear my name being called. Darling, let me tell you something. I don't mean to cut you off. You can have the slides. If you whatever you want, you can have it. It's yours. It's time for me to go. And by this point, I am cheesing from ear to ear like the Joker, baby. I'm cheesing. I'm moonwalking up out of it. And I finally make it to my stuff or whatever, make it out to my mama. Mama just blinking at me, disappointed. I told her what happened. And I told her because like the flashback of what triggered it, it was something that like triggered me from like my childhood that like I was trying to do. So when he did it, like that's why I snapped and I blacked out like that. And so it definitely gave me like a wake up call for like my triggers. And so girl, yeah, I make it back home. Mind you. April, that's the spring concert. The spring concert. So mind you, Monday I missed school. I missed mandatory attendance for the concert because we were supposed to be singing. It's the spring concert. So I'm sitting here, I'm blinking. I literally by the time like I got home and like got back to, situated with everything after going to listen to the Bellsman and everything, it was literally like 3:45 ish. So my sister and everybody had just got home. Literally, like my mom dropped me off, and I said, "Well, the school bus gonna come. Just you can just drop me off here, or whatever." I'm at the bus stop, or whatever. Like that. I was free, a free man again. Even though I was in there for like 17 hours or so. Bitch, I still was locked up, bitch. Hey, they was not gonna let my little black ass out. Why would they let Denny's sister out, but not me?
People that's in your circle that's telling you that they're your friends and they talking against your future.
Because I'm a black man in America. They were trying to see my downfall. That's why black men, it's important for you to stay true to yourself and who you are. Let me get back. So I'm off the bus or whatever. And so my sister is all like, oh, well, it's a good thing that, you got here as soon as we got here because apparently, girl, Curious George is looking for you. Who Curious George looking for? He looking for you because he saw what you did to Ice and he was like, oh, he better be lucky I wasn't there because I would have did it to him. Mind you, Curious George just dotted his own eye. He doxed himself out literally a few weeks before that, driving full speed down a hill and fell face forward into a pole and gave himself a black eye. You think I'm worried about you? So I walked my sister back home. I made my best friend go back home because my best friend was like, yeah, that's not happening on my watch because he's going to have to fight me. And I'm like, yeah, no. Okay, best friend. You go home. I'm going to sit outside. And I sat outside for, it was like 3:45. I sat outside for like 30 minutes. And that's what time fifth period got out at 4:15. And my bitches, girl, they pulled up on me after rehearsals for the concert. And they was like, so where's she at? So we sat out there for like another 30 minutes. Why as soon as they leave, they pull off and I go back inside, why that lady, she walked down my hill past my house talking to like either my cousin or like my neighbor or whatever. I'm looking, I'm like, well, if she right there and she was looking for me, I found her before she could find me. So, bitch, I'm gonna go. And my sisters are like, no, don't worry about it because it's good. And I'm like, what's good? And so she said, brother, I'm gonna go outside. You stay here because you're not getting jumped. You already be harassed, and she gonna have to get it back in boo boo basic. So then my sister went outside, and I have my shoes on and I'm ready. As soon as I walked to the door, my sister's like, no, it's cool. He don't want no issue because he's scared of our cousin. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then after that, girl, we paid it. I went to court. I just had to do community service and I take anger management class. I did complete both of them and it is now expunged off of my record. So I am a good noodle. But that moment definitely taught me to, baby, pick your battles. Stop being so angry all the time, baby. And just to give you like a little bit of insight, because this is literally what happens when you have so much going on inside of who you are and how that can spur off and it can cause things to happen. Now you're put in certain situations and circumstances because literally at that space, 365 days prior to that date when that happened in April, I was in a toxic household with my sperm donor where I was being abused verbally, mentally, emotionally, stuff like that or whatever. And shortly after that, for changing of the chairs, there was an entire fiasco that had happened to where I ran away, which is what he said. I didn't do nothing to go to my mama's house. Baby, I'm always be good with my mama. I went to my mom's house because it was just, I saw how things could have went, and I saw me winning. No shade, because I'm going to get you, I'm a Capricorn. I'm going to always win. And so I had all of that going on, and I was just angry. And he triggered me because he did something that literally I watched my sperm donor do to people that I cared for. Because mind you, when he brought up his fist, he wasn't gonna hit me; he was gonna hit her, and I blacked out. And so you live and you learn, and that's what I learned: how to pick your battles, and that's what I want you all to take away from this: how to pick your battles and trust your spirit. Because if I would have trusted my spirit and never went, I would have never went there. But I still would have been a hothead. No shade. Like I'm very thankful for that to happen because I was young and hot and fresh, and I'm good. I would rather my fuck ups happen when I'm younger and I can learn from them rather than I'm older. Because who's to say, baby, I'm older, da da da. It would have been maybe more expensive. Maybe my mom wouldn't be able to pay. I don't know. Who knows? But it was also my first offense, and I was a young, just turned 18 black male. America want our downfall. So really, be true to who you are. Stand on what you stand on, but just know where you standing. That's all I want y'all to do. Know where you standing. You don't take nothing else from this video. Know where you standing. For our powerful, beautiful, and abundant people. I love you. Bye.
My head make me gag, ho. Take it. On my head when I